Whispers of a Monster, written by Harold Schechter, The Serial Killer Files. The lush rice paddies of Indonesia whispered a name spoken in fear, a name that chilled the blood: Ahmad Suraji. He was a farmer, a sorcerer, a killer. For over a decade, he preyed on women seeking his help. Suraji promised them wealth and fortune. Instead, he delivered only death. Suraji's killing spree terrorized the island of Java. He buried his victims in his sugarcane field. Their bodies lay in a macabre embrace with the earth. Each death fueled his twisted desires. Each life extinguished added another dark secret to his name. The case sent shockwaves through Indonesia. It exposed the dark underbelly of superstition and violence. The nation grappled with the horrifying truth. A seemingly ordinary man could harbor such monstrous intent. Suraji's crimes left an indelible mark on the country's psyche. Even today, his name evokes terror. The whispers continue, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface. This is the story of Ahmad Suraji, the Indonesian serial killer. Ahmad Suraji was born in 1949. His early life was shrouded in mystery. Details remained scarce. He grew up in a small village in North Sumatra. His neighbors knew him as a quiet man. He worked the land, tending to his crops. He lived a seemingly ordinary existence. But beneath the surface, darkness festered. Suraji delved into the occult. He became known as a dukun, a sorcerer. People sought his help. They believed he possessed mystical powers. They hoped he could cure illnesses and bring them luck. Little did they know, they were walking into the lair of a predator. Suraji's interest in black magic grew. He craved power and control. He sought knowledge from ancient texts. He performed rituals under the cloak of night. His desire for power consumed him. He became obsessed with the idea of attaining ultimate strength. His twisted desires would soon manifest in the most horrific way imaginable. His path was set. He was destined to become one of Indonesia's most notorious killers. The seeds of Suraji's madness were sown in a dream. He claimed to have been visited by the ghost of his father. He told him that he could attain mystic powers. To achieve these powers, he needed the saliva of 70 dead women. This dream became his twisted gospel. His murderous rampage began. Suraji's victims were all women. They came to him for help. They were desperate for solutions to their problems. He told them that he can make them wealthy and beautiful. They sought his mystical assistance. They believed in his power. They trusted him. He betrayed their trust in the most horrific way. He lured them to his sugarcane field. He promised them a ritual. He claimed it would bring them wealth and fortune, but his intentions were far more sinister. He strangled them. He buried them in his field, their bodies arranged in specific positions. This amplified his dark powers, we believed. Suraji meticulously planned each murder. He chose his victims carefully. He executed his plan with chilling precision. His reign of terror continued unchecked. For over a decade, he remained a shadow, a phantom preying on the vulnerable. Suraji's killings were more than just acts of violence. They were ritualistic sacrifices. He adhered to a specific modus operandi. He strangled his victims with a length of electrical cable. He always positioned their bodies facing his house. He believed this would channel their energy into him. He buried them in his sugarcane field. He arranged them in a macabre tableau. Some were buried standing up, others were laid in rows. He believed the arrangement amplified his powers. His field became a graveyard of secrets, his own twisted necropolis. Suraji kept meticulous records of his crimes. He documented each murder. He noted the date, the victim's name, and the amount of money he took. His journal was a chilling testament to his depravity, a window into the mind of a monster. His killings continued for over a decade. The body count grew, yet he remained undetected. He was a master manipulator. He blended in with the villagers. He concealed his true nature behind a mask of normalcy. But his crimes would not remain hidden forever.